Hey, this is Mike, Seder42 Vinyl. I'm going to do another video. I'm going to do a year-end 2024 best of video. I'm going to do a bunch of different categories of stuff. For some reason this year, I didn't buy as much 2024 music that I did in 2023, or at least I didn't buy as much that impressed me more than the previous year. I mean, I felt like last year I had a solid top 10 metal list and I was really happy with that list. This year though, when I went through the list of just the metal albums alone that I bought that were released in 2024, I felt like I didn't have a top 10, and I was thinking about doing just the top 5, but then I just kind of came up with the idea of kind of doing just a total 2024 with just kind of some random categories that I made up. But anyway, I'm just gonna start with my top metal albums of the year, and I have 2 of those. There were other albums that came out, so maybe I'll talk about those in another video, but these are like the top 2 albums of the year that I listened to a lot. And this band in particular was very high on my Spotify list, your Spotify Wrapped that they do. Part of the reason was because I listened to this album quite a bit on Spotify before I pulled the trigger on it, before I bought it, because I was kind of getting a little bored, I guess, with death metal in, this past year, and I really didn't buy anything that really blew me away, except for this band. This is kind of deathcore, so I know it's a little bit slightly different than death metal, has a little different flavor to it, but I really, really like this album, and I really, really love it. And this is the Ingested album. This is The Tide of Death and Fractured Dreams. Man, this album is really, really, really great, and I got it on the Limeade version of the colored vinyl. It is deathcore, so I just enjoy this style of death metal. I really, really do. And these guys have great riffs, and that's the number one thing with death metal with me now. I'm really pulling back on buying a lot of death metal that isn't really imaginative with the riffing. I'm kind of bored and tired of just hearing that retro Gothenburg or Swedish, death metal HM2 pedal sound over very basic, almost, typical, heard it over and over again riffing. And deathcore and Ingested in particular, this band and this album in particular, really is itching a spot for my death metal part of my brain. I think that they did a fantastic job. They win also for best cover art of the year. It's really fantastic art. A lot of great riffing in here, lots of great breakdowns, a lot of memorable choruses even. There's some melodic stuff in here where there's clean vocals. I enjoy that. I know that purists or whatever maybe like Ingested sucks, they're not real death metal, or deathcore is not fun, or whatever, they don't like it. Deathcore gets shit on, it seems, maybe like 50% of the heavy metal audience. It seems like that anyway, but I really, really, really enjoy this album.
What it steals
My favorite heavy metal album of the year, though, Unleash the Archers. And this is Phantoma. I got this on the orange as well. This is my most listened to vinyl of the year. I mean, I have had this at the turntable, flipping it, playing the second album, flipping it, playing the, going. I played this album in a row multiple times over and over and over again. It's one of those albums where sometimes I'll pull out albums and I'll just listen to one side, and then, that was enough of that. I'm going to put on something else. This album, man, it is so fantastic. I think that the songwriting on here is better than they've ever been. I really was impressed with the last album, Abyss. I felt like that was their most memorable album, where they had a lot of unique riffing, unique choruses. The songs were more different from each other. And on this album, I think every song is its own thing. I felt like prior to that, they had a similar vibe throughout all of their songs. Maybe it's just not listening to it enough, to hear all of the variations of the songs, but it just kind of felt samey, I suppose. But as soon as I put this album on, the songs just pop out. They really do. And they're fantastic. Great music, great concept for the album. The story on here is fantastic. It's kind of like dystopian kind of future where AI is kind of taken over, and kind of, there's androids living with the human race, and like humans have kind of segregated themselves off, and the rest of the world is kind of destroyed, but they live in, these pod areas, where everything is nice and clean, but outside of that, it's just all destroyed. Really enjoyed it. This vinyl pressing was played so many times on my turntable this year, and I just thought this album was fantastic. It's my favorite metal album of the year.
I
So we're going to move on to another category. This is going to be my favorite hard rock album of the year, and that's going to be The Warning. And this is Keep Me Fed. The Warning is a fantastic band, and I was so glad that they released a new album this year. Keep Me Fed is great. It's as good, if not better, than their previous work. So many good songs on here that I really, really liked. Their live performances still blow me away. The stuff that I can watch on YouTube from all their live shows, they are just fantastic. Lots of energy, just great, great songs. Really fun, too. They really seem like they're having a great time, and that's kind of infectious, and it comes through in the music as well. So it's a really, really, really fun listen. You know, the songwriting on this is definitely more melodic, even more melodic than it's been, I think, in the past. And I think there was some outside influence of songwriters that came in and helped them out on this album, which I think is fantastic. I think that's fine. Whatever makes the songs better. I played this album quite a bit. I streamed it quite a bit as well. And it is my favorite hard rock album of 2024.
when you're choking on my name, 'cause it's over. 6 feet deep, I'll be seeing you underground. Got you figured out. Can't get any lower now, 'cause it's over. 6 feet deep, I'll be seeing you underground. I'll be seeing you underground.
Okay, so the next category is my favorite independent or indie rock release. This is from the band Destroy Boys, and this is Funeral Soundtrack number 4. I believe it is their 4th album. It's on the red vinyl. Great stuff here. Really reminds me of the 90s, you know, Riot Grrrl kind of movement. Very melodic. There's just some songs that immediately hit you that are just so catchy and so good that I just love it. I mean, this album hit me right away. Don't let the Destroy Boys band name, you know, turn you off from the band, because, you know, it has a little bit deeper meaning than just, you know, we hate all men, because there's two dudes in the band, so it's definitely not about that. But it's about more than that. Number 1 indie release of the year.
praying? Am I waiting for the kill? Am I the kill? Am I praying? Wait a second, I have been this place before. I got out once and I'm coming back for more. I can see what you hide, and I decided I don't want it in my life. This isn't love. Am I stupid? Am I an object waiting to be picked off the shelf? Always worrying about others, but never myself. Well, I don't wanna live this way, just appeasing the male gaze. I'm gonna do what I want my way. Wait a second, I have been this place before. I got out once and I'm coming back for more. I can see what you hide, and I decided I don't want it in my life. This isn't love. This isn't love. This isn't love.
The next category, I guess you would say, best new artist or best debut album from an artist in 2024. All these albums would have been in a top 10 list of, or my favorite albums of the year, no matter what. So I just kind of put them all together because I realized that they were all debut releases. Number 3, my third favorite, is The Last Dinner Party. These guys are great. They have a really unique sound. I got it on this kind of gold and black smoke marble-ish color. Really great sound, really unique vibe here. They all dressed kind of in Victorian kind of way, with their outfits and stuff. And they do that live as well. They keep that stage presence and that look in their live show. These guys are really original. They might be one of the more, I guess, original bands that came out this year as well, that I feel that have kind of a unique sound. Really enjoyed this record. Really great debut from Last Dinner Party.
I wish I knew you back when we were both small. I wish I knew you, but I have gotten too tall. I wish I knew you when touch was innocent. I wish I knew you. There's nothing for me here where the world is small. slips away before the hillside turns to gray. Soak in the crystal stream, wash the scent from your back. Dance my soul, make me whole, dance in the morning glow. Hold me, we can't go back. Before it felt like a sin. Before it felt like a sin. Before it felt like a sin. Before it felt like a sin.
My second favorite debut artist of the year is Dogma. And this album is, I'm going to pull it out because the color is hard to tell. You know, like it looks black when it's, you know, without the light. This is one of the only live shows that I went to this year as well. These guys came to town, played by themselves, no, not even an opening band, played in a small place, the neighborhood theater, maybe 50, 60 people there. It was so great. Such a small show. Really fantastic band. These guys dress up as nuns and they wear corpse paint. And the songs are very melodic, very heavy and very melodic. It really has that traditional heavy metal sound. I would think that these guys would fit great with like Ghost, but they also have a lot of roots in early 80s heavy metal, I feel. They really pull a lot from those 80s influences. Definitely love the theme of the band, you know, being nuns who, you know, dress up in corpse paint. A lot of the songs actually deal with kind of like converting away from being a nun into, you know, being more secular with their, you know, sexual interests. You know, like they just really just can't stand not having sex as nuns. So there's actually a lot of songs that are specifically about, we'll just say sex, basically. Really good stuff. Fantastic band. They have a great shtick. My second favorite debut album of the year from a brand new band. then my favorite debut album of the year is by kind of like an alternative pop artist, and it's Jasmine Bean. I just love this album. I got it on the clear. This artist totally surprised me. I was kind of sold by the cover in a way. I saw the album cover in a flip through video and somebody was talking about it as like a new release, and I was like, what is that? I didn't really necessarily know what she sounded like. Lyrically, very heavy, very dark, lyrical content here. And it's very, very, very good, but also very melodic. Some of my favorite artists like this are heavy, melodic, but they really can't be put into a specific genre, I guess it would just be described, in normally just as alternative pop music, but I think it's fantastic. Every single song in here is a banger. I love it all. I think it's great. It's a 5 out of 5, a 10 out of 10, 100%. It is my favorite debut album. This might be an album that I listen to the second most next to Unleash the Archers. I've listened to this album so much. It's so great. The next one is the category, the best representation of 80s nostalgia, and that is Nestor. This is a band, well, I want to say that they're from Sweden, and they're a fantastic band, Nestor. The 80s nostalgia is very heavy on this album. If you can see those posters, all the posters on the back are movies from the 80s. You know, so there's a lot of 80s nostalgia here. They even though I don't know if they understand the politics or not, they have a sound-alike Ronald Reagan, you know, like doing a couple, like a voiceover track on here where he does a voiceover over part of a song where he's like talking about how great, you know, America is or whatever, and that time period. Very melodic. This is mostly like rock, almost AOR kind of stuff, where it fits right in with that. I mean, Nestor is really great. I mean, if you like 80s AOR music, Nestor is gonna scratch that itch perfectly. They really sound like an 80s band from that era of FM hard rock. Very sing-alongable. These songs will just get stuck in your head immediately. It's my favorite 80s nostalgia band of 2024. It's fantastic. It's a great, great, great record. Their previous record was really good too, so I highly recommend that one as well.
Forever bound. I passed the old high school, was worn out grounds, and in a blink of an eye, I'm lost in time. We used to say tomorrow is far away. Now that I know it's close as yesterday, so come with me.
All right, this is my favorite power pop album of the year. Now, this album actually came out in 2023, I believe. I believe it was recorded and it came out on CD and maybe streaming. But the vinyl release did not come out until 2024, until actually June 2024. So it was a bit further into the year, and I got it on blue. And this is The Diff. These guys are 100% throwback to great, great, great power pop of the 80s. Think The Knack, Paul Collins, 2020, some of my favorite power pop stuff, my favorite power pop sound. These guys freaking nailed it. The songs are just immediately catchy, jangly guitars. Really sounds like it could have been from 79, 80. It really has that sound. And it hit me when I first heard a couple of the songs. I highly, highly, highly recommend The Diff, and the album is called What's the Diff? It's the best power pop album that I bought this year. Now, these are the best albums, and there's two of them, from 80s hair metal artists that had a release in 2024, a solo release, and very specific. But these two albums are fantastic. And the first one is Sebastian Bach, and this is Child Within the Man. I got it on the blue. Great, heavy, Skid Row-ish sounding album with Sebastian Bach. I mean, he wasn't able to sing on the new Skid Row album, which I don't blame those guys for not wanting to work with him, you know, with all the experiences they've had with him. I haven't listened to a lot of his solo stuff, but this album is definitely more like 80s hair metal and Skid Row, or modern, you know, hair metal that would be coming out now, but with a retro kind of feel and sound. It definitely has that glam metal, that 80s glam metal sound to me, and I really think this album is great. I enjoyed the heck out of it this year. Listened to it quite a bit. Some really great songs on here. Sebastian Bach on album sounds great. I feel like some bands are just trying too hard to be retro, and for some reason this album just feels more natural to me. It's just written very well, and the songs are great, and I really just enjoy the sound of this record and the songwriting, and it really took me back. It has that retro feel without feeling forced, and that's why it's my second favorite 80s hair metal artist that has a new album in 2024.
To the bone coming out of the grave. Skeletons gonna break the cage. Get the blood in circulation. Infuse. Been kicking in the pearly gates. Your soul ain't mine to save. Ain't never gonna see that face so long overdue. Freedom. You ain't got no time left to waste. Now we're kicking ass and taking names. Fight fire with the back of my hand. They can love on first impression. Ain't got no chance to hold me. Stir crazy for the last time. End of conversation. Ain't never gonna see that face. Ain't another screw. Freedom. You ain't got no time left to waste. Now we're kicking ass and taking names. Staring down the barrel of a gun. You ain't got no time left to waste. Now we're kicking ass and taking names. Born and fight at what cost have you won? Staring down the barrel of a gun. You ain't got no time left to waste. Let 'em loose to hell and desecrate. Pour yourself a drink of high octane. 'Cause now we're kicking ass and taking names.
And my number one 80s artist that has a new album in 2024 is the Mick Mars album, The Other Side of Mars. And I have this on the clear. I really enjoyed this album this year. I listened to it quite a bit. I thought it was fantastic. I know it has like a more modern sound and it doesn't sound like Motley Crue, but I think that's a good thing in a way, that Mick kind of has his own sound on this album. And it definitely sounds modern. This album isn't as much of a throwback as the Sebastian Bach album. It feels new. It feels modern to me. And I really liked it. But the songwriting, I think, was great. Lots of great choruses on here. Very sing-alongable as well. I just really enjoyed this album. I spun it quite a bit this year. It is my favorite 80s artist that has a new album. And I really hope Mick gets to write another album. I really hope it's as good as this one, because this one was fantastic. I really enjoyed it. And the last album I'm going to show is the best pop album of the year. And yes, it was a Brat Summer, of course. And I got this on the pink splatter. Charlie XC put out an excellent album this year as far as pop record is concerned. I've listened to this quite a bit as well. I like that the album is short as well. I think it's 41 minutes, so it's really not that long. It goes by really quick, and it's an album where you can just kind of flip it over again and spin it like a second time and not be bored. My favorite pop album of the year.
I'm your number one.
All right. Well, those are all my favorite albums of the year with songs that you guys can hear. And I kind of just did a whole mixture of stuff. So I hope that that was kind of interesting. Hopefully some people enjoyed that. I mean, I don't know. I really do hope that people do listen to this and enjoy the songs in between. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, comment. Awesome. Thanks. Bye.